Hello, good morning. How are you doing? Happy new month to you. It's my wonderful pleasure to have you guys with me. So, we're starting this series on purpose. It's going to be a series. This is the first video. Other videos will come after. Make sure you don't miss any of the videos. So, the subject of purpose, as it were, is not a new thing. Everybody has heard about the word purpose, so it's not a new word, as it were. But we'll just spend some few seconds to say what does purpose even mean in itself. Basically means the reason for which something is made. It's the aim or the function of a thing, the end goal of a thing, or that means that's what it's meant to achieve or what it's meant to perform as a thing. I mean, that's what that thing is made for. Now, let me say this clearly. No human is a biological accident. No human is born by mistake. Let me rephrase that. When I say no human is a biological accident, it means that before humans may say, okay, they don't want to have a child now, and a child came. Okay, that's for human. But as far as God is concerned, He does not send any child mistaken. So let me explain this to you. Now, I want you to imagine right now, and it's actually true. Imagine you have lots of humans, innumerable number of humans made just there. I mean, they are made for different purposes, for different functions, and they are just there in heaven waiting to be sent. So when a man and a woman come together, God sends one of these already made humans. I mean, this is true. So whether the man and the woman came together under the right circumstances or not, okay, that's their own problem. But the thing is, God sent one of the products, the human He has made already for a particular purpose into that woman's belly, of course, into her womb, then it grows. But that's the truth. That means our parents are not actually our parents. That's the truth of the matter. We just came through them. They are the channel through which we came. So when you look like somebody, it's just God trying to show who this person came through, but you are not the owner. That, of course, that's the truth, because my parents don't own me, and they know, and I don't own my children, and I know. I'm just a guardian through which they have come. That's the fact. So if that be the case, so that means nobody here came by mistake. Please let this little thing I said, please let it be in your mind. Let it be re-echoing, reverberating in your mind. Nobody came here by mistake. Human can make a mistake, fine, but God did not make a mistake. Now let me prove this to you. In Jeremiah 1:5, Bible says, before you were formed in your mother's womb, before you were formed. That means before the sperm cell met the egg cell, then implantation, growth, all of those things, He knows. So that this is what I'm saying now. This is the Bible saying this now. So it means that before your parents even knew each other, like that's why I said at the beginning, God has made countless number of humans in heaven waiting to be sent. If you can just get this thing I said, this thing I said into your mind, so God had made me. It's a mindset breaker if you can just get that and you walk in the consciousness of it, that I'm not a mistake. Whether my parents wanted me to come or not, whether they planned for me to come, that's good. But God had made a perfect me. So He sent me, and God is not a careless God. We can know that He's a good creator. We are made for a specific reason, specific function, specific thing to achieve on earth. Now I want you to know this. You might wonder, but we have 8 billion people on the earth. So, and can I still be unique? Yes, you are unique. You see, if you look at a car is made of about 30,000 parts. An armored tank is made of about 400,000 parts. But you know what? As big as that thing is, there are small, tiny parts that come together. Now, if that be the case, all of them have, all of the different parts perform different functions on these things. Now, what does this mean? You and I are the parts in this context. The armored tank or the car or the ship, just imagine each of those things as different fields of human endeavor. So we humans are different parts. So every human is created as a part to fulfill a particular purpose in a particular field of endeavor. This is real and true. So for any of the car, if we're looking at the car as a field, to work or perform maximally well, all of the parts must be in place. It's very well done. Somebody may ask me and say, so you can still drive a car without some parts being complete. Being completed, like, okay, this, let's manage it. Yes, the car will manage to function, but I can tell you with time, there will be issues. You know what's happening? That is the reason why we have problems in our world now. There are a lot of people that are not fulfilling their purpose. They are not fitting into that part of the field we are meant to fit into. For that reason, that field is suffering. So different fields are suffering, then there's human problem. I can tell you authoritatively, if every human were to fulfill their purpose on earth, we will have less problem. I say that again. If every human were to fulfill their purposes on earth, we will have less problem. I am very sure about this. So some have died, they didn't fulfill their purpose. Some are living right now, they don't know their purpose. So the problem they are meant to solve is still persistent. I say this with all sense of conviction. The treatment for most of these uncurable diseases have come with someone to the earth, and maybe the person is still walking around or has gone back. And that's quite sad. Now, please note this. Purpose is not meant to be determined. It's meant to be discovered. You don't decide it. My glass case is meant to hold my glasses. My glasses case is meant to hold my glasses. So, I can't, if I decide to put water into it, because it has a bit of, I don't know, it will make sense. It can't hold water because this is the purpose. So I don't decide that this is what I want to do. If I do that, I'm going to mess this up. That's the same way every human is meant to discover their purpose. God had made it. He has done his own part. So you are not meant to decide by, okay, this is what I want to be. You might do that, but you won't function best. I can tell you for sure. Just like I just gave this illustration right now. Don't mistake ambition for purpose or purpose for ambition. They are not the same. Purpose is what you were made for or what we were made for. Ambition is something you like. It can tally with your purpose, it might not tally with your purpose. And ambition is influenced or determined mainly externally. For example, maybe because of the pay in a particular field or a particular kind of job. For example, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a petrochemical engineer because I saw somebody around my area when I was growing up that became a petrochemical engineer and became rich. So I felt like there was money here, but I found out that, man, that's not anything for me. So it can be, ambition is being influenced by the money, the pay. It can be because of the prestige. A lot of people want to be lawyers, want to be a doctor. Now people want to be pastors because they think it's a money-making thing. That's wrong anyways. So those are some funny ambitions. The ambition, they are not, it's not as if they are bad, but this is how ambition, we aim to become something, and that is ambition. These are all the things that determine ambition. These are not purpose, really. Now, but it is possible that you love it and you are influenced by it. For example, it's possible that your parents are lawyers and their life influenced you, and maybe you're also supposed to be a lawyer. I said maybe. So, but remember that ambition is always like, okay, oh, I love to be like this because of an external factor. But purpose really might not tally with the ambition. Usually it is from within. I'm going to be explaining that in the next video, or maybe the third video, because we are breaking this down into parts. So it is being, there are some forces, some some indications that make you to discover your purpose is from within. Usually it's not from outside. It's not because of, okay, everybody is going here, this is what is raining. That's not what it is here. Now this is the problem. Most people don't know their purpose. I'm sorry to say that, but it is most don't know. A lot of people don't know. People that don't know their purpose are more than those people that know. Now, some don't want to know. Now, I had somebody say, "Who purpose help?" But that's sad. Purpose has helped you. You know why? You are feeding on someone you are feeding on someone's purpose. How do I mean? Or what do I mean by that? Somebody discovered their purpose, created a solution, and created a job opportunity. That's what you are feeding on. So when people start saying, "Who care about purpose?" So if those guys, those people were saying who cared about purpose, then the world will still be in much disarray than it is now. So when people say who purpose help, it's a wrong statement, because this same person talking is working somewhere, and I can trace it for you if you tell me where you are working, that your job was because somebody discovered their purpose, and that's why you're feeding from it. So purpose helps. So, and sadly people don't want to know. Now another strange thing is this: some know their purposes, but they don't like it. Why? They feel it's not in vogue. They feel it's not the best. They feel it's not happening. They feel it's not a purpose that will quickly bring you to limelight. Well, I will explain some of these in other videos. A purpose is meant to set you for light. That's where your stardom is. That's where your fulfillment is. But I will leave that for the moment. So, but some people don't like their purposes. For example, if you tell somebody, okay, you are going to be the tire in the car. Nobody wants to be the tire that is rolling in the mud on the hot road. Everybody wants to be the shiny dashboard, the soft chair in the car, which everybody sees. Nobody wants to be the GPS, which nobody even knows exists. But let me say this to you: the day that car is stolen, the aesthetic beauty of the dashboard will not bring that car out back to recovery. It is the GPS that is not noticeable. That is when the glory will show forth. The extra tire that was not seen, that nobody knows exists, will save you when you are traveling where there's no vulcanizer around. So I'm saying this to make us understand: the purpose may not look like what you want, but I can tell you it is of great importance to humanity. So enough of trying to be who you are not meant to be, because this is what is killing our generation. This is what is reigning. Even though that's not what you are meant to be, everybody cannot be. If there's nobody, there can't be a dashboard, for goodness sake. As I round up today, we'll be meeting next week on Monday, where we will talk about another segment on this. I decided to break it into parts for two reasons. I don't want the video to be so long, and I want you to have time to ruminate over this. Now, I want you to please know this. Don't let the country, your color, your gender deceive you. You were on earth for a reason, except God didn't create you. I'm sorry to say that. If God created you, I'm telling you convincingly, I'm telling you authoritatively, you were here for a reason. God does not make mistake. Humans can, but God had made you before your parents even knew each other. So God just sent you through them. So I want you to be saying this to yourself all through and through: I am here for a reason.